host of the Gridiron.
That's funny. You always look back. It's like, what if, right? What happened, right? What? I mean, because with this here, it was the year Patrick Mahomes was coming out. Ben McAdoo, right? When he saw a film of Patrick Mahomes, right? He something along the lines. He said something like, "God damn, can't wait if I could get my hands on this guy." He saw Patrick Mahomes, his college tape and all that. Well, the Giants didn't want to trade up far enough to get Patrick Mahomes, right? Kind of what they were kind of doing was they were trying to get like lightning in a bottle. As Eli was, his career was kind of winding down. That's why, they drafted OBJ, right, in 2014. 17, they drafted Evan Ingram, right? Then they had some dude by the name Saquon Barkley in 2018, which is what we're going to talk about with Josh Allen here, right? So they were trying to get like, man, maybe we'll get him some weapons because, I mean, you look at it. I mean, Evan Ingram was, could be a real mismatch. I mean, he had some, 1 year with the Jaguars, he had over 100 receptions. So the guy can get open. The guy catch the ball, of course, but Peterson, the coach of the Jaguars at the time, the tight ends were huge for him. The tight ends were huge when he was in Philadelphia. Tight ends were huge when he was in Jacksonville. So that's just the way he schemed stuff up. But I mean, when we had OBJ, right? I mean, he does not have the most receptions, and Giants said blah, 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 but the dude's a freak, right? And we had Saquon. Guy was pretty good, right? And then Evan, so we drafted some offensive weapons to try to help Eli, right? It was never like, hey, let's draft Eli's replacement, right? Until we got to Daniel Jones, and we know what happened there, right? But it was always like, drafting like Eli's replacement, but let's draft him in the third or fourth round. Guys that probably ain't going to be able to, replace Eli. So we kept bringing in these offensive guys and all that to try to maybe we get some lightning in the bottle. Maybe Eli can get us on one more run and we can make us one more Super Bowl run and But unfortunately, as I said, McAdoo had eyes from Mahomes. I mean, this goes back. Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name, but the year Brady came out. Ernie Accorsi. I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy brought up a couple times Ernie Accorsi. They brought up as this guy said, seen anybody we can maybe take in the later round or something like that? And guy said, Tom Brady might be able to help us out. And for some reason, Ernie Accorsi didn't listen to him. And the rest is, imagine how many Super Bowls we would have won if we had Tom Brady. But anyway. But, so we've had chances, to draft, these unbelievable quarterbacks, right? Well, this latest one here, obviously with Josh Allen was, Shurmur, right, didn't really want Saquon because, but right? I mean, Gettleman was the one drafting. And Gettleman was probably, helping Eli maybe get a little lightning in the bottle. Let's take this guy, Saquon, right? But if you read this article here, there we go. Shurmur was, maybe not all for it, shall we say. Pat Shurmur, Josh Allen was nearly a New York Giant in 2018. Wow. Man, oh my God. Former Giants coach dishes on his tenure with the team, as well as Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter in an exclusive interview. An exclusive interview with Big Blue View arranged to discuss top NFL draft prospects. Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter of Colorado, former New York Giants coach Pat Shurmur dropped a bombshell. He said that if the Giants had passed on Saquon Barkley at number 2 in the 2018 NFL draft and selected a quarterback, it would have been reigning NFL MVP Josh Allen. Had we not drafted Saquon, the quarterback that I felt like we should have drafted was Josh Allen, Shurmur told Big Blue View. we took Saquon, who we felt was the best player in the draft. Obviously, overall, right? Sure, with the number 2 pick. In the next year, we were looking. Now it was time. We needed to get a quarterback, right? We had a Hall of Fame player in Eli Manning that was near the end, and so we needed to get a guy. And in that year, it came down to Daniel Jones and Dwayne Haskins, right? And of course, he puts in God rest Haskins, right? Shame. And so we took Daniel, and then as an organization, we picked those players for the right reasons. Saquon was Rookie of the Year, had the same number of touchdowns that year as he had this year, right? And obviously the arrow was up on him. Played Daniel his second year because of all his attributes. And you have to say after his first year, the arrow was up on him, Daniel Jones. Shurmur, of course, got fired by the Giants after the 2019 season. He never got a chance to finish the work he started with Jones. And with Jones is now a journeyman, hoping to beat out Anthony Richardson for the starting job with the Indianapolis Colts. But, you also got to realize, though, how much different might the Giants' fortunes in recent years been if Allen, clearly one of the game's top 5 quarterbacks, was calling MetLife Stadium home. Could you imagine that? Right? Well, let's not forget, right? Daniel Jones, 2019, his first year. Shurmur's last year, right? When he took that, he had 24 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions. He had about 342 fumbles. I get that. But he had 24 touchdown passes. He hasn't even come close to that in any other year. And as a matter of fact, he played in 13 games his rookie season. He played like one drive in the Cowboy game early in the season, very early in the season, right? What was it, the second week of the season, whatever it was? We were getting blown out like 312-0. And so they put Daniel Jones in there for like a drive, I think it was. So he accounted for playing in a game, but he didn't throw a touchdown pass in that game. But the 12 games he started, right, Daniel Jones had 24 touchdown passes, averaged 2 touchdowns a game. And then of course, there's also this other stat, which, none, right? With Pat Shurmur, the coach, calling the plays, right? Daniel Jones, right, said it. Nobody's ever done it. It's 3 games, I think, of 300 or 350 passing yards, and 4 with no interceptions, 4 touchdown passes. Let me see if I can get this up here. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. All right, next season here. I forgot exactly what it was here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull his games up here. He started 30. He was in 13 games. Started 12. All right, I gotta pull it. But let's see, Daniel Jones. Let's see here. Nope. Sports track, contract salary, Indianapolis Colts. Stats pop up here. Nope. Okay, great to see you all. Well, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it was. Okay, here we go. 2019. The Giants. It's gonna pop. The game's gonna pop up here. Okay, we're passing. See all recent games. Okay, let's see. Is this it? No, it's not. Damn. Oh, well. Anyway, all right, instead of spending 5.5 years trying to, but Daniel Jones, all right, has a record that no other quarterback is. He has 3 games in his rookie season where he has like 4 touchdowns. That was 4 passing touchdowns. I know he had like 4 against the Jets, 4 against the Lions, or something like that. 300 and 350 yards and no interceptions in 3 games in his rookie season. No other quarterback's done that with no interceptions. It's been done once or so before. I know Frank Tarkenton did it, but one of the games Frank Tarkenton had an interception. 3 of those games, Daniel Jones had no interceptions. And no other quarterback in NFL history. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Brady, right? They've done that. Daniel Jones did that this rookie season with Pat Shurmur as the coach. Now, of course, Pat Shurmur, good offensive mind, not a very good coach. He was 9-23 in 2 years with Cleveland. So, of course, we hire him. Of course, he'll be better. He was 9-23 in 2 seasons with the Giants. So he's what is that? He was 18-46 in 4 years of coaching. So he's not a coach. He's not a head coach, but very, very good offensive mind. And I tell you what, he got the fantastic results out of Daniel Jones. Like I said, he had a hard time holding the ball. Every time he got hit, he seemed like he fumbled it. He threw 12 interceptions, but he got some fantastic results out of Daniel Jones. And it looked like, it was on the way up. But then Shurmur got canned, right? We brought Joe Judge in with, the offense we had there. It was just a nightmare ever since. But could you imagine if Shurmur, right, if they drafted, instead of drafting Saquon Barkley, right, take Josh Allen. The thing is, sometimes you just got to, if you're within a year or so or a couple of years, if you got a chance to take, hopefully some of these teams, or especially the Giants, start learning this, right? You got a chance to take a quarterback. And even if he sits there for whatever, take the quarterback. Because you see what a problem the Giants are in, right? Like they're just, Aaron, you want to play for, or Matthew Stafford? Matthew, here's all this money. You want to play for? No. Oh, okay, we'll go to we'll try to find somebody else. All right, thank you. And they go to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron, you want to play for? No, you want to play with the Vikings? Oh, okay, all right, we'll try to find something. Right? I mean, now you got to draft one of these quarterbacks, maybe, right? And hope one of them turns out to be good, right? So, if the Giants ever, somewhere in the next 300,000 years, ever actually get a quarterback, a good quarterback, when it starts coming toward the end of his career, I don't mean let's wait for the last year, let's wait for him to retire. No, if he's got 2-3 years left, even 3 years, and you got a chance to draft a backup quarterback or somebody to take us, you draft them. Don't be waiting, because what do they say? This is quarterback purgatory or something like that, just like every year. Since 2019, every year. And once again, it seems like we might be screwed once again. Right? You're gonna maybe bring in a veteran quarterback, maybe to hold the torch for a year or something, whatever, and then draft somebody and hope the guy comes in and winds up being good. I heard a lot of good things about Ward. And he may not be there for the Giants in number 3, unless the Giants trade up. But then you hear a lot of things about Shedeur Sanders that he's not worthy of a top 3 pick. So, what do you do, right? The Giants might be going another season trying to get a quarterback, and it's almost impossible, right, to go far if you don't have a quarterback. And the Giants, once again, don't have a quarterback.